I'm the oldest son of Sleepy, Jimmy, you know, whatever. He had a lot of names, whatever y'all want to call him, but man, he wasn't my real daddy, but he was my daddy. He raised me from when I was about 2 months old, and man, he took care of me until we lost him.
What type of person you think he would be if he was still alive?
Man, to be honest, man, probably multi-millionaire. You know, that's just the type of guy Jimmy was. You know, he attracted money. You know, everybody wanted to be around him. Success. You know what I'm saying? If he was still here right now, man, you know, Jimmy, it ain't no doubt in my mind Jimmy would be a successful businessman. You know, and that's just what he was. You know, that what came to him, just money. Money came to him. It like it flowed to his hands.
What kind of mind when you hear the name Sleep Gotti?
Legend, you know, real legend around here. You know, a lot of younger people probably might not know that name, but you know, a lot of people that was around her that's really from her. You know, anytime you hear Jimmy Sleep Gotti, you know what I'm saying, it's just legend. He was a real legend around her. He was loved by many. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loved him. Everybody looked up to him. You know, he was just a real good friend and a leader type.
Okay. If you could say anything to him, if you could, what would you say or ask him?
Man, I'm still striving to be the man that he wanted me to be. You know, trying to be the best man I can. You know, that I know he wanted for me, because I know the type of life that he really wanted for me. You know, he wanted me to go on and do great things, and you know, and if I could just talk to him right now, I let him know that, hey, I'm on the right track. You know, I'm on the right track to get there. You know, I ain't made it there, but I'm pointed in the right direction.
What's your favorite memory of him?
My favorite memory of him, Jimmy had, when he had his wreck on his motorcycle, you know what I'm saying, he had staples all down his body. So he was kind of, man, incapacitated or whatever. And, man, you know, Jimmy used to always mess with me and stuff, fuck with me and everything. And so I looked at it at that time like I could get one up over on him, man. So he was coming out our trailer or whatever, man, and I smacked him with the volleyball and took off running, thinking that I can get away, man. And I turned around and Jimmy right on my heels. Like, he was just so quick and fast. He was right on my heels and he smacked me in the back of the head with the volleyball, man, so hard. And then, man, another time, I was sitting in my room. Like I said, he always used to, man, pick on me and stuff, trying to make me tough or whatever you want to call it, man. And I was sitting there playing the Nintendo 64, and the little cardboard inside the tissue roll, man, he done wetted it up, and he's sitting at the door steady calling my name. He like, Rex. And I'm ignoring him because he been fucking with me all morning. And finally I turn around, you know what? He chunked it, threw it, man, smacked me dead in the eye. I'm talking about that. That's just how Jimmy was though, like, you know what I'm saying? That's just with him. He always messed with me, but it was out of love.
How did that night affect you, October 31st, 1999?
It affected me in a big way. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that was my role model. That was my guy. You know, I looked up to Jimmy in so many ways. Like I said, you know, he was a daddy to me. You know, and I didn't actually find out that night. I didn't find out till the next morning when I woke up. You know, and seen my auntie Renee crying and stuff, and she told me I need to go into the room and, you know what I'm saying, and talk to my mama. I was 9 at the time, and man, when I went in the room, my mama told me, you know, I broke down. I took it real bad. You know, it hurt me to my core, cause for a while, for my 9 years, my first 9 years of life, that's all I knew was Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? That was my daddy. So, man, and it still affect me to this day. It still hurt me to this day. It ain't a day to go by. You know, every birthday that come around, or, you know what I'm saying, it hurt me. You know, I don't celebrate Halloween because there's always a memory of that night. So, you know what I'm saying, it really affected me. It affected me real hard. You know, I take it to heart.
Let me ask you this. How did me and Jazz not having a father, you think, affected us?
Man, you know, more with Jazz was young. You know, Jazz was 6 at the time. You know, Jazz, you know, she got memories of him, but, you know, as far as for Jada Boo, you know, not being able to never actually see him physically, you know what I'm saying? I think that'll take a toll on any person. Just because I know if Jimmy were her, you know, Jada Boo would be baby girl as well. You know, he would have really clinged to you as well. And, you know, I think that they really play a part on my sister's life and stuff, and, you know, not being able to see him physically. And I always got to just live out memories of him, or of us telling stories about Jimmy and stuff, man. So I think that'll affect anybody, you know what I'm saying, especially a real father who was actually active in their kid's life, you know what I'm saying, to be taken and, you know, a person never to actually get to experience these memories that everybody else have. She gotta live through these memories through other people. So, you know, I think that play a big part on her life.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, man, just want to say, man, you know, every day, man, we think about you. We love you, Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? I know I do. You know, it ain't a day to go by that you don't cross my mind, that I don't think about you. You know, even when I'm doing stuff, you know, as far as business moves or anything, I try to always think about what would Jimmy do, you know, how would he approach the situation, or you know, or try to think of his mind state, you know, just, man, I miss you, man. I know if you was here right now, man, you would be my mentor, you know, and you would really lead me to where I need to be in life, man. And I just want you to know we love you. I'ma always keep your name on. I'ma always speak your name. You know, I'ma always scream your name, and I'ma always, man, pass on memories to my kids and they kids, man, about you, and wish that you was here to get to see them. But just know that we ain't forgot about you, and we love you dearly.
Hey, my name is Addison, and I'm Sleepy's youngest sister.
Okay, what type of person do you think he'd be if he was still alive?
Honestly, from what I've heard, I think Sleepy would have been a straight moneymaker and a real generous dude, like help you out if you needed it. I don't know. I think he would be real cool.
Okay, what comes to mind when you hear the name Sleep Gotti?
A lot of money, just straight a lot of money.
If there was anything you could say to him, if you could, what would you say? Ask anything.
Well, I'm the goofy one, so I was like, brother, give me $10, something like that.
Tell your favorite memory that you've heard.
I don't know. Me and my daddy talk about Sleepy a lot, but the one memory that always stuck with me was he said something about when Sleepy was a little kid and somebody was mowing the yard and it hit him in the eye. So I don't know. That's how I always just remember Sleepy had a sleepy eye because he got hit in his eye, even though he's born with it too. So.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, just like my sister said, I'm like super happy that I'm still like the Taylor family's so tight. Like regardless of what's happened, like we tight, and I love y'all. I'm proud to be a Taylor gang.
Hi, I'm Ashley, the sister of Sleepy.
Okay. What type of person do you think he'd be if he was still here alive?
Oh, a great person. That's a great man right there. That was a great man. Like, I love that man to death.
What comes to mind when you hear the name Sleep Gotti?
Love, legend, money, you know, hustler.
What would you say to him if he was still alive? Like, what would be one thing if you could talk to him you would say?
I love him. I love him.
Okay. Tell your favorite memory.
He wrecked that bike. He wrecked that bike, and he came in. Well, now somebody came and got Daddy, and I was little, but all I remember Daddy hollering, "Oh Lord, leave him wreck that bike." Daddy gets upset, honey, when it comes time to them kids. So, honey, he was hyped. Like, let me go down here, honey. But hey, that boy wrecked, and you wouldn't even know he wrecked.
Right.
Okay. How did that night affect you?
How did
October.
it affect you now? Like,
Yeah.
How's October to me now?
Yeah.
October is deep. October real deep, because when my brother passed, like, I was just starting to get to know him. Like, we was just starting to hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was just starting to interact. So, for him to be taken like that, it was deep. And I was young, so it really hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess death been around all our life, but, man, when you lose somebody close to you, it hits different. October ain't never been the same. We stopped celebrating Halloween for a long time. But, you know, I got my own son now, and I let him know what happened. I let him know who Sleepy is, but I don't take the little spirit of Halloween from him. But we celebrate that day. We celebrate that day.
Okay, this is a question I didn't get to ask everybody else. How do you think it affected y'all daddy? Or has it affected him?
Daddy was hurt. Daddy was real. Daddy still hurt. Like, I mean, losing a kid is hard. Don't nobody know that feeling but their parent. My daddy might not show a lot of emotions, but my daddy real emotional. Like, so for him to lose his son, like one of the oldest son, like, yeah, that hurt my daddy. It took my daddy a minute to, you know, just come around. My daddy a real sweet man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he'll do anything for his kids. He'll give you the shirt off your back. All you gotta do is open your mouth. Jay gonna come through. So, yes, that really hurt Daddy. And Daddy still taking it, you know, one day at a time, just like all of us.
Is there anything else you just want to say?
I love our family. All y'all from the bottom of my heart. Sleepy looking down on all of us. Smiling. Each and every one of us got a special spot, you know what I'm saying? And everybody keep it together. And we gonna continue to get through this.
Say your name.
Okay. Dana Caldwell.
Okay, how did you know?
I don't remember my very first encounter with Sleepy. I know they had to been together before my 9th grade year, but that's kind of when I started really just being around them and stuff. I used to catch rides to school. I used to catch a ride to school with my cousin Tamara and Sleepy in the mornings, but I had to I had to stop because we was late every morning because they was fighting. Now, this one particular morning, I don't know what they was fighting for. But we was going to pick up Kim Bowens. And we got down to the projects, and Tamara got out. And then I guess Sleepy got out too. I don't remember who got out first. But anyways, back in the day, we had bullpens, brick bullpens. Tamara and Sleepy out there fighting, but he done kicked her. Cause Tamara, she balled up on the bullpen. he kicked her, and she gonna say, ha ha ha, you got on new Jordans and it don't hurt. But that was only one incident.
What kind of mind when you hear the name Sleep Gotti?
Sleep Gotti, a legend.
Okay.
He was a real legend around here because a lot of people, to me, at his age. You had your time, please. Thank you.
Damn.
At his age and what he had done and where he was at, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people hadn't done it and still wasn't doing it then and still ain't doing it now. You know, he was very smart when he came to the street stuff. You know, he wouldn't be in the game right now because he wouldn't be able to take how the people are today. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be able to take it. And even then, he was getting out back then anyways. You know, I believe he would have been legit and everything else.
Well, you answered my next question. What type of person you think he was if he would still alive?
No, I would say I would bet on it, and I might lose, but he was very smart, very business minded. I already started it up back then, but you know, before everybody was doing it now. Wasn't a whole lot of them back then, but it was quite a few doing their thing. But Sleepy was different. Sleepy was very different, you know. Like, he was fun to be around. They always included me and stuff. I was him and Tamara third wheel.
Dang, tell about that time we pulled up and I got that money. And I said, this is all you gonna do?
Girl, they was something else. Tamara and Sleepy was something else. And then, so, you know, back then, even then, but they both had gambling habits and stuff. And it wasn't enough for Tamara to blow through something and then come and get some more. And then Tamara, he done messed around, gave Tamara $100. And girl, let me tell you, the girl snapped. And sure as shit stink, Sleepy went in his pocket and got some more money and gave it back. Cause man, I'm like, you finna go gamble all this money away. You think you finna give me $100? That's the type of time they was on. They was funny, but they was a good couple.
That's why I keep
I miss dude. It's not a lot of them like him, especially in the game. It's not a lot of them that's built like how he was, you know, then. You know, it's just, it's sad. It was, man, that was tough. That was a tough. Sleepy was our first real loss in our family. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know, my Uncle James, he died, but we didn't know him. Sleepy was a real loss for us. And I'm talking about even with our grandparents. Sleepy was a loss for us. Sleepy was a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He was a real good dude. And then, you know, it's just sad.
Is there
that, you know,
anything you just want to say? Anything?
I ain't gonna lie, just, you know, I would just like for him to have been able to be here today. I would have liked for you to have got to know who your pops was. You know what I'm saying? And for Jazz and Rex to have had more memories with him. You know, and Keiston too. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I can honestly say some of the paths y'all had taken, you know, throughout the years, y'all wouldn't have been able to take if he was here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I think y'all path would be kind of a little different. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we lost a good one. We lost him. We really did. That was the hard. And then the hardest part for me was, I remember him and Tamara was coming back from Jackson. Like I said, I was the third wheel all the time. I was always with them, and they wanted me to. They both, you know, if Tamara didn't ask me, Sleepy invited me. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. But the hardest thing about the situation for me was when him and Tamara was on our way back from Jackson. I don't even know what the conversation was or how we even got to it, but I remember him saying that when he died, he already knew he was gonna die for 25. You know what I'm saying? So on that conversation, he said he did not want to die by being shot. And it wasn't probably less than a month later and that happened, you know what I'm saying? And to have heard him say that, and then to have to deal with and witness that was a hard pill for me. Real hard pill. Like I said, he was the first real family member, immediate family member that the Taylor family had lost. And when I say Taylor family, I mean entire Taylor family. Sleepy was our family, period. You know what I'm saying? And he treated us as such too. And man, that was a hard loss. Yeah. It was. And then they started hitting us back to back. So, but yeah, we lost a good one, Jada.
Hi, my name is Connie. They call me Big Connie or Big Mac. And when I first met Sleepy, he was like 15 or 16. He was in high school. He used to skip school, hang in the projects over Leola house. He had an old ass Chevy, a 76 two-door, maroon, rusty and everything. That's when I first met him. He got in the game. Something happened. He got, messed up in the game. He got back in the game. When I first seen him when he was homeless and I helped him get on his feet, me and Tweety Bird was together. We lived on Cumberland in a trailer. And Sleepy was sleeping in his car. I gave him 10 rocks, told him to get down like he lived, and he didn't look back. When I came home from the penitentiary in 97, before I went, that was my confidant. When I was on my way back in 98. In 97 through 98, because I just came home, that was my confidant. That was my little brother. When he needed me, I was there. When I needed him, he was there.
Okay, what kind of mind when you hear the name Sleep Gotti?
Hey, that's my nigga. That's my nigga. Look here, I'm just saying.
What is one thing you still hear him say all the time? Or something he said a lot?
Man, look here. I smoke weed now. I can't think about none of that right now. But look here, wait a minute. Look here, man. Look here. I used to call that motherfucker Rabbit for the simple reason your mama used to keep Barkins and Sleepy into it. Yo mama. On First Street in the trailer, they had a house party. Marcus was over there, but T was messing with Sleepy at the time. I don't know how it went, but when I rolled up, they was into it. Somebody called the police. Look at here, I ain't never seen a motherfucker run in some white pants and disappear. I called that motherfucker Rabbit from that night. I said, run, Rabbit, run. That motherfucking police officer was so mad that bitch couldn't catch your dad. Look at here. I called that motherfucker Rabbit from that day on. Do you hear me? Because he had on all white. And that motherfucker was running like a bunny rabbit. You hear me? That police was so mad. But hey, when I called, he was there. When he needed me, I was there. Any kind of wisdom he wanted to know, big sis. Hey, I got you. Whatever. When I was going through, he was there. He used to take Dominique and Jazz out there to the, what was that motherfucker called? Kids World. Hey, me and Tamara had them dressed like little white kids going to school, baby. They weren't ready. They was not ready. All I got to say is that was my little brother, and the way things happened, that broke my heart to this day. We had a favorite song by Jay-Z. I can't think of the name of it right now, but look at here. That was my nigga to the end. And his kids, I love them like they mine. Hey, that was my little brother.
Well, tell your favorite memory.
Hey, that song by Jay-Z, he used to come get me drinking on that Remy. That was his drink. We play Jay-Z and ride around town 3, 4, 5 in the morning, just talking, you know, expressing our feelings about what he wanted to do with his family. Your mama was pregnant with, was it you? Let me see, Jazz, Rex, you. Hey, I'm telling you, y'all lived in the triple wide trailer with the jacuzzi bathrooms, all that old shit. Hey, y'all live like white kids. Hey, that's the way y'all live. That's the way we raised y'all. That's the way y'all came up. Hey, we was in the streets. That's what we did. We thought that was the way. Hey, but it wasn't. Hey, you live by the streets, you die by the streets. You know what I'm saying? We live and we learn. But the way he left, it was senseless, you know. But that was my baby. Hey, I cried for 2 days, you hear me? And when I think about him from now to then, I still shed tears. Because I look at y'all and I miss him even more because I was locked up. And he was coming to see me that next weekend. He told me that. They told me I was the last person to talk to him. That was in October. I talked to him the week before the homecoming up in Nashville. And when I called home and heard that, hey, I done cussed managers out, supervisors. I had to leave work because I was tore up. I was distraught. But, you know, we got good memory.
All right, my name is Keiston, and Sleepy was my daddy.
If he was alive, what type of person you think he'd be?
I mean, some major businessman or something like that, like $1 million nigga or something. I don't know.
What comes to mind when you hear the name Sleep Gotti?
To me, I feel like it's like I got some big shoes to fill if I ever try to, you know what I'm saying, follow behind it, you know what I'm saying? So I sort of kind of like try to be my own boss, you know what I'm saying? Be my, you know.
Yeah. What would one thing you would want to say to him if you could? Or what's something you would say to him if you could?
I mean, I really would just ask, you know, I just ask for the game, like, you know, something that'll help me out, you know what I'm saying, in life, like being a better man toward my kids, toward just life, you know what I'm saying?
What type of relationship you think y'all had if he was still alive?
I don't know, I feel like we'd be pretty tight, you know?
Like father, like son?
Yeah. I mean, you know, I feel like...
How do you feel about the whole situation, you know?
I mean, I feel like everybody feel, you know, like it was tragic, you know, it was bad, you know. due to the fact, you know, I watched, you know what I'm saying, like I seen the end, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I sort of kind of like got like a different outlook on it, like.
Yeah. Do you remember that night?
Yeah, most definitely. Well, I try not to think about it though, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, I really feel like I should, you know, get it together, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
Like you said, some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, some big shoes to fill, so you know what I'm saying? It's always like, you know.
How did that night affect you?
I mean, you know, I was a kid, so, you know, it really didn't just hit me right then, you know, take it serious. I didn't, like, take anything serious right then, because, you know, I'm a kid, but, you know, as I got older, I got to realizing, like, damn, that was, like, a major part of my life right there, like, a big chunk of my life. Like, that's, to this day, that's still a big chunk of my life, you know what I'm saying?
To you, how did it feel growing up without a dad, to you?
I mean, I feel like the years that I really was like, damn, I need my daddy. I had quarter, you know what I'm saying? So I really, and quarter, you know what I'm saying? Quarter played that role for a nigga like, you know, major, you know, so.
Hi y'all, you know, shake your boat, known to shake it late. You know, what we making this dinner, Lord, I don't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of camera shy, but I get over it in just a minute.
You gotta go and ask us some questions.
Okay, which, no?
Don't listen to John.
Okay.
But, you know, we're here to talk about Sleep Gotti, you know what I'm saying? One of the famous names in Tennessee, around West Tennessee. You go anywhere here, Sleep Gotti, they gonna look up like he a king, you feel what I'm saying? They was like at his feet, you feel me? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Not just some of the people. Everybody knew Sleep Gotti, they hung with him. That was around him growing up. I'm older than all my friends that I hang with. I'm 51 right now, so they know that I watched them grow all the way up. From the tadpole all the way up to a frog, you feel me? Hopping and jumping. You know, but Sleep Gotti was a good man. JP, right behind him, you feel me? I don't know too much about JP, like, but I can tell you a lot about Sleepy, like, you know, my guy, he didn't trust a lot of folks. You know, if you went to him or whatever, on what he did or whatever it was, or anything that came, you brought somebody else, he gonna tell you no. You know, just that one. That's how it was, you know. But Sleep Gotti, one of the realest OG it was. And he was a military man by himself. So, you know, when he came to war, goddamn, he came by himself and bring nobody in. He just took care of family, that's how it was.
He didn't answer all the questions.
He said he want the questions, y'all.
No, get it.
Okay, you
Now
want
you want the questions.
Yeah. I just want to get all that out of y'all. Go ahead, baby.
Okay, so when you hear the name Sleep Gotti, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
A legend. A living legend that will never be forgot. I could be 72. Anybody ask me about Sleep Gotti, I'm like, yes. Y'all really don't know that cat, but knowing him was a good friend of mine. A real good friend, you hear me? I was in the streets, but I wasn't in the streets like that. That man was down for his crown. I give him all 6 points and 5 points. Which one it was he choose, he got it from me.
Okay, another question is, what went through your head the night when you heard that he passed away?
That night, the person that who he called to talk, it could, that incident, no, I don't even want to talk about that incident. I like the good men, dead men right there. I really just not say nothing about that incident.
Okay.
I like to keep the good things about him.
You already did that.
Man, I'm Smoke, man, from Dadbury, man. One of the youngest, man, grew up on the Sleep Gotti, man. It was a real OG, man. Like I was telling them a few minutes ago, that's one of the dudes, man, I got my hustle from, man. Sleep Gotti, JP, and Jaws, man. I put all them 3 hustles into one, man. That's how I become who I am, you know what I'm saying? I watched them growing up as a youngin' from 12, 13, you know what I'm saying? And hey, like we said, man, we was just talking about, man, we miss bro, man. I ain't no telling how life would be if he was still here, man. That's something we think about all the time. What if?
Okay, what's the first thing to come to your mind when you hear the name Sleep Gotti?
Man, just a youngin', like I was in the sports playing basketball, football and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I used to watch Sleepy come through with the Chevys and the clean whips and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Dress fresh to death every day, like every single day. I'm talking about, man, this man was fresh every day. And just see him like doing what he do, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of, man, had me it put me in that zone to where I was like, man, I got to do the same thing, you know what I'm saying? I got to get something there right there, you know what I'm saying? He was like motivation at a young age.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite memory about him?
Man, my favorite memory was like, I was like 14 and I was trying to get grilled up. Didn't nobody want to take me down there to get my grill, you know what I'm saying? But me, Sleepy, and Quarter, man, went down there. Sleepy took me on down there, man, trying to get me 4 open face. And the dentist wouldn't even do it because I ain't have my mama no with me. And Sleepy was trying to talk him into it, like, man, I'm his uncle. Like, man, go on put that man gold in his mouth, like, you know what I'm saying? And he was trying to pay him and everything, but he ain't even want to do it, though. Dr. Jordan didn't want to do it, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I came back, and I was like, forget, man, I just like, fuck it, man, buy me a car. That's when I bought that car from Miss Valerie. That's y'all grandma. Yeah. I bought a car from her when I was like 13, 14, like, you know what I'm saying? And man, hey, I was out there. Like, that's my favorite memory. Like, he was really trying to make sure I got that grill. Like, he knew I wanted that grill so bad, like, you know what I'm saying? And he was trying to make sure it happened too, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna go and throw the party here. What's the memory you got with JP?
Man. Like, man, I really don't want to say it on her, but like, cause I know it's gonna be on Facebook and all that, but it is what it is. It's a long time ago. Like, I remember I was first start hustling and stuff. Like, man, my sister and them, like, they knew I was trapping and hustling and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She used to be always up telling Jonathan, don't you be giving my brother no work, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't give my brother no work, like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, hey, he already knew what it was.
What it is.
Man, hey, man, we sneak behind her back, man. I come through there, man. Sometimes like, man, hey, go through the kitchen, like, act like I'm getting something to eat, man. He put it on the counter, like, man, I'm in and up out that jump, man.
Pulling you through.
Man, what you said. You already knew what it was.
Okay. You got anything else you want to say?
Man, just my JP and Sleep, man. Like I say, they were my biggest role model. They were like Michael Jordan and Pippen to me back in the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Right. At the basketball and football and all that right there. That's who I looked up to, man. And man, it's a true saying when they say, man, the good die young, man. Man, hey, it's real. That's a true saying, man. And I hate it. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But we think about them every day, man. And there's much love to both of them.